Hey everybody, it's your buddy's pal Anthony. Today we're talking Batman issue number 150. This is an Absolute Power tie-in, but is it really? Because it's actually a 2-for-1 and I'll explain more in a second. Spoilers after the intro. Steve, hit it please. So Batman 150, as you can see right here on the cover, it says Absolute Power tie-in. That's the current event going on where Amanda Waller and her Trinity of Evil basically have won and they've depowered all the superheroes. They're rounding them up, doing things to them like experimentations and whatnot. As you can see in this photo, it looks like they're making their own cyborg Superman out of John Kent or something to that effect. The first part of Batman 150 just continues to do what the Dark Prison's epilogue had done, and they're undoing stuff that's occurred throughout this run. If you didn't see the video, that's in the description, but basically in the last issue, eventually they made it easy for Batman to get a real hand back to replace the one that was cut off in the multiverse saga that he went through, and also he got his money back because he found Zur and R had a hidden accounts everywhere totaling a couple of billion. This is undoing a problem that was created at the end of the Gotham War, where at the end of the series, one of the criminals Catwoman trained breaks into Bruce's brownstone. I don't think he knew it was Bruce's brownstone, but it doesn't really matter because once he breaks in, he opens a door and right out there in the open is all of his Batman shit. So now this random criminal knows who Batman really is, and the books never really touched on that because then they got going with all the Zur and R shit. But now we're coming back to talk about it, and again, they're gonna just undo it right away. He's trying to sell the identity of Batman, and basically he's finding out that it's actually easier said than done. He gets a meeting with Two-Face. Two-Face reveals that he actually knows who Batman is. I don't know when this happened or why. Again, I don't know how many of his friggin' villains know who he is and just aren't outing it or using it to their advantage. That seems crazy to me. As Two-Face explains to this guy, a pure Batman would destroy all of them. So basically he's saying, you know, without the duality of Batman, just the Batman character, the Batman persona would just, I don't know if he means destroy them as in kill them all, or just destroy them as in they're all locked up and they would never, you know, be able to do one of their schemes. Either way, he strikes out with Two-Face. People are trying to kill him for the information because the more they know it, the more people who know it, the less valuable it is. At one point, he's even basically used as a human shield by a crew who doesn't want to know who Batman is, but they just want him front and center. They don't even let the guy wear a mask. This way, if Batman, their theory is, if Batman sees him with them during a robbery, Batman will back off because he won't want the guy to scream out his real name or something along those lines. Towards the end of this part of the book, it's actually discovered that Batman, as he's done with some villains throughout his career, he helped out this guy's son. He got him into a college on a scholarship, things like that. So Batman and Teddy are talking at the end of the issue, and basically he's like, I have to go, don't I? And Batman's like, yep, maybe you can come back, maybe you can't. But he says he's going to set him up with a new life, a new identity. And that's another thing that is undone from the past couple of Batman story arcs. The second part of this issue is the Absolute Power tie-in. We see Bruce walking through town, thinking about the past, thinking about how he bought the gun company that made the gun that killed his parents, and how now he's inflicted his own version of a gun on the world in the failsafe robot. And I'm still not clear who's piloting the robot, because in Absolute Power, it kind of seems like it's Zur, but it may also just be failsafe. I don't know, because Zur is supposed to be what I thought he was supposed to have been suppressed by the robot's personality. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out in coming issues. But anyway, in this tie-in, Batman breaks into Titan's tower because he's going to try to free Cyborg. They're interrupted by the Amazo robot that has Wonder Woman's power. However, it's not a total loss because they found out that Waller's power source for all this is a mother box. And that's the end of the issue. So really not much in the way of a tie-in. Like I said, they just wrapped up something from an earlier arc and didn't really do much to further the Absolute storyline. I guess a tie-in isn't really supposed to do too much, but still it just seems weird to me that they would split it like this. As usual with this run, I'll say that the art is pretty good. I enjoy it more in the second story than the first. Batman 150, I'm going to have to give it a 2 out of 5. When you're dealing with a tie-in to a larger story, they're usually whatever. in the first place, just because they can't, like I said, they can't further the story since that's the main special event book's job. But you wasted half of this wrapping up something from an arc 3 or 4 storylines ago, and it just made this book even more pointless to me. Let me know if you read the book. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree or disagree. If you have a minute, head over to Nerd Affiliated on YouTube. There, for just $1 a month, you can join the Nerd Affiliated Army. Thursday evenings, 8:15-ish in the PM, the boss does Hey Archer Live. Start winding down your work week. We have a drink. He does some unboxings. Maybe he has a guest on. And we just start to shoot the shit and get ready for a well-deserved weekend. That'll do it for me. Steve, play me out of here, please.